Hello viewers, this Not Too Fast here. In today's video, I'll show you how I made a custom set of clear side markers with switchback LED for this 2019 Honda Odyssey. Now I actually finished this project earlier in the year, but I finally got around to editing this video, so sit back and I'll show you how they were made. Let's start by removing the side marker. First, remove the two Phillips screws here. Pull back on this plastic liner. There's a push tab at the front and one at the back. Push those in and this will come out. Now this front lens is actually bonded to the housing by melting the two pieces together. It does not use adhesive, so you can't put it in an oven and melt the adhesive to remove the lens. To cut this open, I'll be using this rotary tool with this mini saw you see right here. For the edge right here, it might be difficult to get the saw right in between. What you can do is get a very sharp X-Acto knife and score this edge 20-30 times. Once you've cut around the entire edge, use a small flathead screwdriver and carefully pry this open. Repeat the same step on the other side marker. Here's a look at the two side markers with the lens removed. Next, I'll use a cutting wheel to clean the edge. Now the plan with these side markers is to install LED strips inside them. What I want is to have switchback LEDs. That means when you turn on the parking light, there will be a strip of white LED that will illuminate. And when I switch on the turn signal, the white LED strip will turn off and there will be a strip of amber LED light that will flash. When you switch off the turn signal, then the white LED strip will come back on. Now to achieve this, you need three components on each light. You need a white LED strip, you also need a strip of amber LED, and for the switchback to work, you'll need a controller circuit to turn off the white LED when the amber LED is flashing. Let me show you what I've decided to do, and this is the easiest way to do this. Inside this box is a pair of switchback LED side markers, and this one I have here is made for the 10th gen Honda Civic. This is for model year 2015 and up. Now the reason I've chosen these side markers is because the overall shape is very similar to the one on the Honda Odyssey, but it's not the exact same size. And there are a lot of these available online. With this one I have here, there are two rows of LEDs, and each row will illuminate white or amber, and there's also a built-in controller circuit on that circuit board. Here's a look at the back. So this will plug into your regular side marker lights, and this red wire will go to your turn signal. And here's the comparison look with the Honda Odyssey side marker at the top and the Honda Civic side marker at the bottom. As you can see, it's very similar, but it's different. Here's a look at the front lens. Now I want to show you this because many people have asked if the Honda Civic side marker will fit on the Honda Odyssey, and it does not. So what I'll do here is I'm going to go ahead and open this up and then take out the circuit board that you see inside. Once I have that out, then I'll transfer it over to the Honda Odyssey side marker. Here's a look at the circuit board. It's held in by two Phillips screws. Now let me give you a quick demo of how these switchback side marker work. First, I'll connect my power supply to this connector right here, which is the parking lights. As you can see, there are two rows of white LEDs. With the red wire, I'll tap the 12 volt, simulating the turn signal. As you can see, the white LED remains off. If I let go of the red wire, the white LEDs will come back on. For the clear lens, I have this 5mm thick plexiglass. Right now I'm tracing this Honda Odyssey lens onto this plexiglass. Here's a look at what I'll be cutting out. Now if you look at the original lens, you see it's not straight. There's a bend right here. I'll duplicate that on this plexiglass by using a heat gun that you see right here. So here I'm going to mark where I need to bend it. Here's a look at the side marker with a plexiglass bent to conform to the shape of the housing. Next I'll need to round off the edge all the way around. Now I'm ready to paint the reflector silver, but before I do that, I'm going to drill the hole for the red wire. First I'll spray it with primer. For the silver, I'll be using this Rust-Oleum Bright Chrome. On the LED circuit board, I masked off the LED and I'll spray paint the white part. With the reflectors painted, now it's time to fit the LED strip inside this reflector. First we'll need to feed all the wires through the reflector. Next I'll apply epoxy on both corners and then install this into the reflector. Put a couple of clips on it and let it dry. Here I have some 1/4 inch acrylic rod. What I'll be doing is install one rod for each roll of LED, one here and one here. I'll sand down one side of it and mount it directly on the LED itself. Here I'll use epoxy to install the acrylic strip. Here's a look at what the side marker look like. Now for this edge you see right here, I'm going to add a decorative piece that you see right here behind it. And let me show you how I made this piece. I'm going to melt a piece of plexiglass. I'm going to use the old lens. While the plastic is hot, I'm going to push this down to get this pattern. I've masked the area that I need to paint. Now I'll spray it with this brilliant silver. Here you can see I epoxy that small reflector piece. It looks like this. At this time, I'm ready to install the lens onto the housing. To keep the lens from moving around, let me show you what I've done. If you look at the top, the side, and the bottom, I've placed some JB weld in these 3 points, and this will help keep the lens in a proper position so it doesn't move around. After it dries, I'll apply silicone adhesive sealant all the way around. I think these custom-made clear side markers turned out pretty good. With a switchback LED, now it will function as a parking light and turn signal, and the LEDs are much brighter than the original light bulb. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I made these in the beginning of the year. Since that time, there are companies now selling clear side markers for the Honda Odyssey. So if you're interested in doing this mod, you don't have to go through the trouble that I did and just pick up a set online. But this one I made is definitely a one-off, and there's no other like it in the world. Let me know what you think about these ones I made, if you like it or you don't. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this video. To support this channel, remember to click on thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and turn on the notification bell so you get notified of new videos.